Welcome back into the Ohio Health Scores and More. We shift our attention over to the OCC. Mansfield Sr. traveling to Ashland, big rivalry game. We send Dee Harris on over to Ashland, and this was a shocking game. I don't think a lot of people saw this coming, but Ashland had their way with Mansfield Sr.
Andy Jardy, my man, I don't know what's been going on within the last few weeks, but the Friday night beatdowns continue.
Yeah, you seem to be some sort of, I don't know, they seem to happen when you go.
Bro, when I say this was a whooping.
It was?
This was a whooping. That's all I could say.
Let's take a look at it, shall we?
All right, let's get into it, baby. Let's get into it. All right, the Ashland Arrows got set to defend home court against the TY Tigers. And defend they did, as Luke Denbo came out hot on his 16-point evening with his inside and outside game, putting Senior on the ropes early. The mission and transition would continue, as Nathan Smith would also get in on the action. And he took it to the hole for his squad pretty strong right there, and Roger Morrell for the TY Tigers would try to keep his team in it with that inside drive, but it would not be enough as Eli White shoots a man down with Luke Denbo still being a problem inside for them as well. Despite Mansfield Senior's efforts, let me tell you this, the game was a foregone conclusion by halftime. Ashland would have three players, Denbo, Hillman, and White, all dropped double figures as the Arrows went hard, continued pounding him inside and outside like there's three at the buzzer.
What?
To get a 67-38 victory over Mansfield Sr.
Wow.
This was a beating. That's all I could say. It was a fun game to watch. And I got to tell you this, despite who was up or who was down, the crowd was in it for both teams all the way through. But this was just another one of those games where if you take the momentum early, you just might come out with a victory because you just don't know what to expect from some of these teams sometimes. But I've never seen the Ashland Arrows come out as strong as they did. And tonight was definitely one of those nights where, man, I say this all the time. They got it in tonight, man. They got it in.
Yeah, they certainly did. They opened up that first quarter. They were 11 of 13 from the field. They shot 63% in the first half. Is that the best shooting performance you've ever witnessed?
Tonight, especially from this team in particular, I've seen like a couple of weeks ago, other teams have performed well, shot well percentage-wise, but the Arrows, I'm just taken aback by how well they shot. They were very efficient from all different parts of the floor. And the transition game was pretty darn solid. So every time they would get their hands on a loose ball or get a steal, it was like an automatic 2 points. They were already on the other end of the floor, and it was always like maybe a 2-on-1 break, or no one was in the way at all, and they were able to get in there and get those points inside. That's defense creating offense, and that's how you're supposed to have it.
That is how you are supposed to have it. Well, we've seen it tonight. The hot starts really carrying teams in these big first-place matchups, if you will. But we saw in the what game? The Upper Sandusky Colonel Crawford game. Upper came out immediately, put Colonel Crawford away in the first quarter, and we saw that tonight with Ashland Mansfield Sr. D, good stuff. Look forward to seeing you again next week. When we come back, the game you saw earlier here on WMFD, Bellevue and Ontario. We'll have the highlights of that one. Jeff and Tom will take it with us. We'll be right back after this.